Welcome, bottom of the bounce. I know, it's been a week. It's been, probably by the time I post this, is going to be over a week. However, I kind of just didn't want to come on here just to talk because whatever. And I could tell some things were happening, but I didn't know what. And I think I've alluded to them earlier, but we went back to bankruptcy court, which seems to happen every month. It's just a lot of stress, right? It's just a lot of stress. So, fun fact, they told us that we were going to have a $2,200 bankruptcy payment on top of all of our other bills. But now we get to pay $2,200 more. When I was told this, I said, I do not make enough money to add $2,200 onto the house and normal bills, and I don't make that. And I got another job to supplement photography, but the other job is taking so many hours, then it's really hard to do photography. I'm trying, I'm doing what I can do. I don't have $2,200. So I went onto the website where you have to pay, and it said the trustee said to pay $240 twice a month rather than $1,100 twice a month. So I said, okay. And I did that. So fast forward, last month we went to court, and they didn't mention that. This month we go to court, and all of a sudden I get an email saying, you're over $3,000 behind on your payments. And I said, here's why. I can't do that. This is what the trustee recommended, so I did that. And she said, but your attorney said the $2,200. I realized that. I don't have it. So I did what the trustee recommended. And she said, Western Union, your $3,500 or whatever it was. And I laughed and said, if I could do that, we wouldn't be in this situation. And really long story, bearable, as one of my friends would say, they denied us. No more bankruptcy. So we are back at square one, where there's not a bankruptcy. Everything comes back. We'll see how that happens because it was just recent. So no bankruptcy, which I guess right now, and I'm just going to say this because it might be a naive thing, it almost feels like, well, now I can deal with each thing rather than being, so terrified of what the attorney's going to send or what they're going to say or what we have to pay here or what we have to do that, and sending my bank statements every month and how I spend my money. And if the car craps out, can't get a new car for 5 years, we'll just give it back to bankrupt. Like, there were some almost scary things, right? I didn't have an attorney that communicated well. So I don't know why all these scary things. I even asked, like, why am I paying $2,200 a month? I don't think everything you have adds up to that. Like, nothing really made sense. So on the bounce up, if you will, from the bottom, now we're at the part where we wasted a lot of money on a bankruptcy that didn't happen. There's a huge hawk outside the window. It's so pretty. So we wasted a ton of money on a bankruptcy that didn't happen. I am still working and working and working. See the bags? I'm about to leave for work in about 5 minutes also, so I can work today. I'm working all week, no day off. And that's just how it is. I have not had a day off in 6 months. I have not, because I'm really trying to get it all together, because I don't want this to be the bottom of the bounce forever. At some point, I want to be at the middle of the bottom of the bounce. And so I'm just kind of clawing my way up the best that I can. So right now, that's where we're at. There's not that. I've been very fortunate that I've been pretty booked with photography. I've had some events and weddings and things that I actually don't normally do, but that I can fit in around my schedule. I am loving that, hoping to even do some real estate photography because I can fit that around my schedule, which will actually really help me just kind of get over the hump, right? So all the different jobs, all the fun things, I have not taken the time to paint and really create a lot of art, because with working all the different photography things and the new full-time job where I don't have a lot of time off either, um and a sick husband, because he's been in the hospital a lot. He's not been feeling well recently. So it's taken a lot. Then I just haven't taken the time for myself, because honestly that needs to happen in the mornings. In the evenings I'm taking care of him or doing photography things. In the daytime I'm working all day, but I've been leaving for work at 6 and 7 in the morning, and so it's really hard to get up early enough that if I have to be at work at 7, then I have to leave by 6, which means even if I give myself 30 minutes to get ready, if I'm leaving at 6, so I'm getting ready at 5:30 at the latest. And yeah, I've got to get up at 4:30 just to have an hour to paint. And in all honesty, after caregiving all night and working all day, I'm tired. So I haven't done that. So there is part of me that is grateful for some of the things starting to unfold, I guess. Like we're getting through some things. We're gonna figure out the bills, the bankruptcy thing. No, I'm gonna figure out, when I'm still running the photography school on school. I've actually done videos. I've created a camera obscura. I've done all of those things for that online community. I haven't created actually as much art for that community as I want to. I joined a self-portrait group and I haven't even done that yet, but I'm joining them because it is the goal to get back to myself and to get back to art, and I want that so badly. So I'm not there yet. Right now, still focusing on all of this financial-ish. Is that the technical term? But starting to get through it. You know what? Holidays are over. The beginning of the year is over. We are in fire horse energy, and I'm here for that. And I am doing everything I can do to get things a little brought in, a little more time for myself, a little more financial security, a little, like, I'm doing everything I can marching towards that goal. And I know at this point I've laughed that 2025 I was just all over the board. I was listening to what everybody told me I should do, needed to do, wasn't doing enough of, wasn't, all of the opinions. And in all honesty, this year I don't need all of the opinions and the advice. At this point, I know what I need to do. I know what I don't need to do. I know what I did do that I shouldn't have done, but I took the advice that I was given, and not that the advice was necessarily bad. I was just so overwhelmed. I couldn't see the forest for the trees, or whatever the heck. I didn't know. So when somebody said you should declare bankruptcy, I thought that's what I should do. When somebody said you should get a second job, I thought that's what I should do. When somebody, I didn't know. Also, when I got the second job, I didn't know what kind of job I was looking for. Honestly, I didn't. I'm a photographer and an artist, so I didn't know what type job to look for. I didn't know what to believe. I didn't know what not to believe. I didn't know so much. So I'm going to say, in all gratitude, my God, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about having a job. I've learned a lot about what I'm good at a job, and what I'm not good at a job, and what I need to do to balance finances, and what I need to achieve. And, honestly, I actually was on a Zoom earlier, and I laughed that I know when I get back to doing what I want to do, in whatever capacity that is, I'm going to be a much better business person after having the job that I do now, because there is so much follow-up and so much constant relationship building with the customers, and I lacked in that in my photography business, and I see that. I acknowledge that. So whatever I'm doing at some point I know it will be in the arts, and I know it will be in photography. And I'm looking to do some things that I can't say, oh, I'm going to own a portrait studio. I mean, I know I do, but it might be pivoting, and that would be fine too. I'm, Lord of mercy, this bounce has led me to, I'm a good pivoter. But that's what's been going on. So I haven't said anything in about a week because I've had a husband who's been really struggling. I've been dealing with some bankruptcy stuff. I won't be dealing with that anymore. So now we're Operation Save the House, honestly. I just need to figure out how to, pay everything for the house, get back on track with the house, save the house. We're Operation Save the House. We are Operation No More Bankruptcy, Save the House, save the car. Hide your wife, hide your kids. I don't have a wife, and my kids are fine. So that's where we're at. So I thought I would give you an update. And I know it's kind of a half-ass update because it's not fully updated, but that's what I've been going through. So, I will keep you posted because I am working on so many things right now that I can't wait to tell you about, which is going to also help bring things together. But I will tell you, my attitude is, my mindset is that actually everything is looking up. Everything is going to come together. I am not overwhelmed. I'm not beaten down. The one thing that's going to suck, that's going to happen because of the bankruptcy, has nothing to do with the bills. It probably means I'm going to get sued again by my studio, which means I'm going to have to sue them, and we're going to be in a lawsuit again. And that is a definite downside since they don't want to settle. But maybe they will now. We'll see. Other than that, I don't know, and this might be just me being naive, I don't know that it's going to be as bad as I thought it was going to be. But I'll keep you posted. I also haven't talked to the mortgage company yet. But we're working on that. We're working on good stuff. We're working on making everything okay. So, I just wanted to update you guys because I know that we talked about this in the beginning. It's not going to be just one bounce up. It kind of and so we're just on another hump, and I don't know if it's the bottom or the top right now. I will let you know, because I try to do a couple of these a week. I know I haven't done it with this one. It's been a minute, but at the same time, I didn't know what to say. So I don't want to say something if I don't have anything to say. So next update, we'll be saying more, hopefully, and more good news, hopefully, and way less the news, because I am actually really sick. I feel like I get on here and bitch a lot, and I don't want to be bitching. I don't want to be bitching because I don't have anything to bitch about. I'm lucky. I am sitting in my office. I have goals, dreams, and I am trying to achieve them. So as they start unfolding, we'll start celebrating a little bit more. How about that? Does that sound good? All right. I will talk to you guys soon. No, I haven't made the intro, outro thing yet. I just covered that. I've been busy. So I'll talk to you soon. Boop.